what would you say the biggest reason is that they fail?
Biggest reason why people fail. I think people, and I would tell you this, I have recruited probably in my career 30, 40, 50,000 salespeople in the last 15 years, and I've worked with a lot of them. And Hither, I would tell you, most people have no clue what they want. When I tell you no clue, they have no clue what they want. They are clueless. And I'm talking about in personal relationships. I'm talking about in health. I'm talking about in dreams, goals, house, financial, purpose. They are clueless because, especially today, probably more than before. And I'll tell you why. Because, like before, when you picked up your phone, you picked up your phone for a phone call. Mm-hmm. You didn't pick up your phone for anything else, right? So we would pick up our phone because we have a phone call. And then there were games on phones. So you would pick up your phone either for a phone call or a game you're going to play. Now we pick up the phone for a phone call, a game, a text, Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, Snapchat. We're picking up for all these other sports, news, all these other reasons. So how much time do we waste not thinking about the purpose and the life we want to live? Even prevents more people from not getting clear. Because anybody I've met, look, I remember my dad has a heart attack. I tell you the story. My dad has a heart attack. And my dad, all my life has been my hero. He was like the guy, like I looked up to him tremendously. Hardest working man I know. So I'm at UCLA Medical Center in LA. And he has this heart attack. I go upstairs, and at that time, I wasn't doing well financially, and I had a very, very bad temper at that time. I had a very short fuse. So I go upstairs to the hospital, and I'm talking to all the nurses, and I noticed they were kind of treating my dad as a second-class citizen. And I got very upset at everybody. I made a pretty bad scene. I'm 22 years old, 23 years old at the time. I probably went a little bit overboard, but it's my family. You only have one dad. I'll take a bullet for that guy. So I go downstairs, I'm in my car, I'm driving a Ford Focus at that time, and I literally cried for 30 minutes like a little baby, is what I did. I cried like a little baby in my car. And I said, your dad's in a hospital having a heart attack because he's working at a 99-cent store in Inglewood. He drives 1 hour back and forth. And all he needs is $1,500 or $2,000 to not have to work at that place anymore. And here you are, a 22, 23-year-old capable man, and you are more worried about chasing skirts on Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sunday nights. I was very committed to the nightlife. Every night I was at the club, except for Mondays and Tuesdays. Every other night you would find me at some sort of a club. I was very committed. I was in Vegas every other weekend. A 45-minute flight, 3-hour drive. I was good in the Vegas scene. And that day, literally that day, Hither, 23 years old, I make a decision. I am fully done. You are not going to get me to go into nightclubs. I'm fully done. I told all my friends, don't call me anymore about clubs. Don't call me anymore for parties. Don't call me anymore for anything. I woke up. It was as if another human being went to work. My eyes changed. Wow. I got clear on what I wanted. It was very crystal clear. I'm going to work my tail off until this man doesn't have to do what he's doing anymore. And he is going to see my kids because my kids are going to know who their grandfather is. I never saw my dad's dad, and I always wanted to know who he was. My dream was for my kids to know who their grandpa was. When I tell you from the next day on, you wouldn't recognize me, no one. It was extremely uncomfortable for some of my peers and family members. You wouldn't recognize me. Because the way I got to work the next day is completely different than I did the day before. The point I'm trying to make to you is the following point. Until a person sits down and truly is able to figure out one of three answers. What do you hate? What do you love? What bothers you? You got to start there, and then from there, find out exactly what you want your life to look like. And if that purpose is clear to the point where it really fires you up or ignites you or frustrates you or agitates you, you're going to get to work. You don't do that. That's why most people don't win a life, because they have no clue what they want out of life.